Hello, thank you so much for your interest in joining HistoriCorps as a crew leader. My name is Liz, and I'm HistoriCorps' workforce manager, and I'm here to tell you about what it's like to be a crew leader with HistoriCorps. So HistoriCorps is a national 501c3 nonprofit organization with a mission of fostering a preservation ethic in all through teaching them preservation skills on projects all around the country. We are hiring crew leaders for our 2022 project season, so that's primarily why I'm here to talk to you and share a little bit about what this is like. So we're seeking those who want to travel, and don't worry, we'll teach you how to trawl a trailer, meet new people and feed them, improve their preservation skills while teaching others, save historic buildings. Most of them are on public lands like Forest Service, National Park Service, and live and work in the field for a season, so sleeping out under the stars most every night. And you can find the full job description if you're interested at historiccorps.org/crew-leader. So this is an entry-level position, but we do have some required qualifications. The ability and aptitude to cook and enjoy cooking for groups of people in an outdoor field kitchen, so essentially a canvas wall tent with a gas stove, a love of really inspiring in others a preservation ethic and enthusiasm for the outdoors, working well in groups, the ability to live really in the field in a tent, good driver's license, good driving record, and a rudimentary knowledge of hand tools and the building trades. Is wonderful. We love that, but a desire to continue learning and advancing your skills is really quite important. So a typical season for a HistoriCorps crew leader begins with field staff training. We haven't quite chosen the dates or location yet for our spring 2022 training, but that's where folks will generally kick off their season with us. So we'll go over a lot of essential skills. We'll go over what HistoriCorps is all about, and there's great opportunities there to network with your fellow field staff. Each crew leader is then assigned a truck and trailer, which they'll haul in between project sites throughout the season. And usually on days off, crew leaders do have use of the truck if they want to run into town and watch a movie, get a hotel, something like that. Crew leaders generally will do about 4 to 8 projects per season, usually in different regions. For example, the Great North Woods of the Upper Midwest, or California and Oregon, or Rocky Mountains, or Arizona. So we won't be sending folks all the way across the country so often. And crew leaders will get to work with generally preservationists, other project supervisors with really diverse skill sets. So that means you could get to work with a mason one project and a timber framer the next, or then a roofer. So that's a really exciting way to expand your understanding of the different preservation trades that are out there. And seasons generally end in October, November. So going a bit more granular, a day in the life, volunteer projects generally make up about 70% of our season. As of now, in a typical volunteer session, volunteers will arrive Sunday evening and then set up their tents, set up their RVs, however they're camping. And then the next morning, the crew leader will wake up early to start breakfast. You can see it's pretty early, so you do get to enjoy lots of sunrises on this job. Have breakfast by 7. Work starts around 8:30 after we do our safety circle. Lunch at noon, and then the crew leader will break early, late afternoon to start dinner. Dinner's around 6, and after that the volunteers do the dishes, and then it's time to relax. So these are long days, as you can see. Friday, volunteers depart after lunch, and then staff are off and can enjoy the weekend. One of those weekend days will likely involve some grocery shopping just to refill everything, and we do pay for that day as well. But it really is kind of on your own schedule. So pay and benefits. Successful crew leaders benefit from increased exposure to the preservation trades, historic resource management, outdoor adventure programs, volunteer and crew leadership, as well as significant experience, of course, cooking for groups in remote setting. So we have kind of this level 1, level 2, level 3 tiered system for how we evaluate how a crew leader is progressing and improving in the position, and of course pay is commensurate with that. So our level 1 crew leaders, these are folks who are very, very new to preservation trades and maybe even new to just being in the field for an entire season. So most of our crew leaders do come in at this level 1. We have a few that'll come in at level 2, and level 3 we have a few folks who are actually in this season even beginning to lead their own crews on less complex scopes of work. So one thing we really want to do as the Workforce for Saving Places is give folks new to the preservation trades an opportunity to scaffold up their own skills. The pay range is $135 to $186 per day. Again, commensurate with experience, and we do pay 6 days per week. So I've pulled a couple quotes from folks who were crew leaders with us and since have moved on to do wonderful and great things. So this is from John, who was a crew leader, moved up into being a project supervisor in his own right, and he is now running his own preservation business out in Colorado. So one of his takeaways was especially the communication, interpersonal and leadership skills, working with changing workforces and then also a variety of clients and partners. So this is a photo of one of our crews in a backcountry location, just kind of enjoying a good laugh at the end of the day. Mary's another person who started as a crew leader with us and is also currently running her own preservation business up in Michigan. What she found during her seasons with us was a passion for trades education, and she recognized the importance of creating a safe space for women to enter the trades. She recommends that if you're considering a career in preservation, which I assume many of you are, is get out of your comfort zone and find mentors. Their guidance is priceless, and I know that a lot of folks really do find mentors throughout their HistoriCorps season. And Spencer also served as a crew leader with us, and they're now an apprentice craftsman. So Spencer's up there doing masonry, doing roofing, doing kind of whatever needs to be done down there with Preservation Virginia. And Spencer started with us when she was only 18 years old. She said that her coworkers and volunteers with HistoriCorps really developed her love for fixing old buildings. And her advice is get your hands dirty and don't be afraid to travel. So those are two things that HistoriCorps can definitely offer. So if a season with HistoriCorps sounds like it might be a good fit for you, I want to share some of my favorite highlights from this and recent seasons. We've had projects with CCC built shelters in the Great Northwestern Forest here, partnering with Northwest Youth Corps. To a lighthouse just steps from Lake Superior, and here we have a volunteer crew and members of our Forest Service partners. To a humble barn in eastern Arizona, here we're working with the Arizona Conservation Corps. Where will your HistoriCorps adventure take you? And this is one of our project supervisors on a fire lookout tower in the Shasta Trinity National Forest. So I'd love to set up informational interviews for anybody who's interested in learning more. I know there's a ton that goes into a HistoriCorps field season, especially for new crew leaders. You can find the full job description and application instructions at historicorps.org/crew-leader, and we accept applications on a rolling basis. So you can send an application anytime. We really do start, our primary hiring interviewing season is really in late January, early February, more or less. And like I said, you feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to share more. You can contact me via email at lrice@historicorps.org. That's lrice@historicorps.org, or 720-443-2123. And I can accept calls and texts there. Thank you guys so much. Oh, this is a Job Corps crew at Hermit Park Cabin out in Colorado, just near Estes Park.